If you're applying for tech and AI roles right now and getting completely ghosted, you're not alone. Thousands of people are facing this type of issues in the last couple of years because of the rise of AI and how easy it is to apply for a role nowadays. People are using AI agents and custom resumes are going down the drain. People just using AI generated content, AI generated resumes, and then getting rejected back and forth. That was also me a couple of years back, and I followed a couple of strategies to actually change that situation. Thank you for joining this video. My name is Rayhan and welcome to AI with Rayhan. And I'm gonna do like a deep dive into different types of strategy that we can follow to get a role in AI, in especially in the current era, more specifically in Australia. So I'm just gonna get into it. So before that, I'm just gonna give you a sneak peek on what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about the different strategies that we can follow to get a better role. And also we'll see what are the common mistakes that students usually make when they are straight off from their degree. And then I'll show you some of my resumes that have evolved from the years. So stay tuned. So yeah, as I was saying, so if you're applying for tech and AI roles right now, you're getting totally ghosted, right? And your job search isn't failing because you're unqualified. You're totally qualified and you have enough skills. The belief is very important. It's because the entire application process is broken. To show you what actually is going wrong, I'm gonna take you through my own resume and how it evolved from a starting flashy resume to like a more standard resume. So stay tuned. All right, guys, I got my old resume over here. As you can see, that is pretty old and it's pretty graphic-y. So you can see on the side, I have like experience over here. It's a bit misaligned. I have my education here, hours, skills, project. It's just like a one pager. So it's just after I graduated from uni, my bachelor's. I had a decent hours, but it's like all over the place. I would say you have my LinkedIn here. Like I had to literally grab like a I think like a magnifying glass to see where the links are. I put a couple of links, LinkedIn and stuff here, but overall, I would rate it as like a 4 because it just has the images here. I put like I thought I'm a bit like a smart ass to do that, but yeah. So that was the best situation. I did had pretty decent achievements and skills, but the whole resume is not up to the standard for the current market. So if you have a resume like this, make sure to change it. All right, I got another one here. So this is a bit like newer, I guess. In 2025, I made this resume. I used the AI bit as well. So it's pretty standard. I put the skills, so it's much more streamlined. I put my education here. I put my working rights and stuff here. And then I put my experience. I try to, make a bit of improvements here, so a bit more aligned, and what types of, information I'm trying to put it. I put a bit more statistical. So for example, over here, you can see that I said like created over 62 plus commits in 7 work deadlines, something like that, build for machine learning. So using more, like words and like numbers, 20 plus languages. So those are the things that I followed. I've put my projects in here. I did consult to a lot of people to get this resume done. So that's one thing. I got professional services as well, but you guys are getting all this for free pretty much. Okay, so I'll go to a bit neo one. This is a bit more neo format that I follow now. Obviously, it's not my real resume, the real up-to-date experiences, but you can have imagine how it looks. So I put very streamlined just over here. You can see my links here. I blurred it out over here, so you probably can't see. You can see my information here as well. And then you can see it's better formatted, and my projects here as well, my certifications. I did a couple of certification, my skills. So all the ATS picks up this type of certificate, like, skills and all. So that's very important because, the ATS always trying to, find that in. So how would I know if my resume is shit or not? So that's how we have Claude. Hi guys, we have Claude open here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna look for like a role, like something like an AI project officer over here. Museums of History NSW, project officer, Hugh, levels 5 to 6. That seems like a good role that I might be a good fit of. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually upload my resume. So I have a resume here, so another one. And then over here, I'll write a prompt, act as a ATS scanner, and taking a hiring manager for the NSW government. For the AI project officer role, score this resume out of 100, identify what would you get filtered out of the list missing. So I do have, just letting you know, I do have Claude Pro and I do have a bit of connector. So I put the Indeed connector here. This job was also posted in Indeed, so just letting you know. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start my Opus 5. You don't need Fable 5 for this, but yeah. So let's see what it does. So it's already going to the website. It's looking for that. Some probably filtering all the resources, and it's gonna compare my resume with the job listing keywords, and let's see what type of answer it gives me. It usually takes a bit of time for this to go through, but that's the thing, right? Another thing in the meantime, when it's happening, just wanted to say that when you're applying for a job, make sure you just apply for one role in the company. A lot of people make this mistake of putting like a couple of applications in the same company. That's not going to happen, and you just use one resume for one company. Don't put like different resumes. So we already got a response saying this job body wouldn't render for me. I'm scoring against what I already established role. So we're here, temporary zero image of AI coding agent. So this is my score. I'm pretty much 54. My resume passes for AI engineer, so you would know, right? Says about my up-to-date information, so it's not there. It also says the keywords that's like missing. So what I'll say, could you please generate like a resume that's gonna get me hired? So yeah, I just pretty much asked it to generate a resume for this role. So what's gonna happen, great thing about Claude is that it can pretty much, use the Python libraries to create a new resume. So it's gonna take my already given resume. It's gonna look for all the keywords. It's gonna replace them, and hopefully it's gonna give me a new great resume that I can use to get this job probably. So as I was saying, so make sure you always do that. Never put two roles application, two different, resumes there. Also, a couple of other tips as well. Make sure that you put yourself out there. So making like videos about your projects is a great way to, express that you have the technical soundness for this type of, technologies. I used to do that. I used to make like a project and put it on LinkedIn. So I make a video like this, for example, and then I get feedback from people, what can I improve and all. So that's definitely something I would say is very useful in a sense. So yeah, I think our Claude is already building the script for the tailored NSWA project resume.
2,000 years later.
Yeah, so it's pretty much now done. So you're just gonna have a quick overview. We can download this file as well. It says there's a 2-page resume. It added my updated information, also my work experience. I'm just gonna blur that out as well, in my education. This looks like a very good resume, and I feel like if I feel like if I apply with this resume, I probably might get the job. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna ask it, what would you rate now? What would So it's gonna go through the resume and it's gonna give me a number probably. Claude is very impressive as well. So yeah, that's the 79. So it could let me know it's still capping. So no hard numbers for my work at my work. So that's something personal, and it's flagging that my certification is expired, which is no surprise because Azure 1.2 is retired now. So you have to do the Azure 1.3 now. So that was pretty much the end of this video. Thank you so much for joining this video, and my name is Rayhan again. I hope you can stay connected with us, and feel free to reach out to me if you need any types of tips regarding your resume and job searching journey. I'm more than happy to help, and I just want the best for everyone in this journey because it's a hard and a long way to go. Thank you.